Hi, my name's Suzanne Day, and I run a charity and a business for stopping domestic violence. I'm also a healer, and I'm also a preschool teacher. I went to university and I trained as a childcare worker. And today I want to do a video about educating children about safe touch and behaviour. And so I'd like to educate about this. So we've all heard about the horrific acts of sexual abuse of children and maybe wonder what we can do to stop this from happening. Well, I believe that education is key and that there's simple things that we can do to help educate our children about this. And one thing is to let them know that they own their own bodies and that they're in charge of who touches them and who doesn't. And that it's okay to say no to someone if they don't want to be touched or they don't feel comfortable. And that if someone touches them without their permission, or they don't like what's happening to them, that they should talk to someone, maybe a teacher or a parent or a grandparent, someone they're close to who they trust, so that it stops. And another important point is some of the things that children do, and it's up to us parents and caregivers and educators to talk to them about this and what's okay and what's not okay for them to do. And things like this, keep their fingers and hands to themselves, to not look up dresses or down tops of others, because this kind of behaviour is not okay for them to do. And if you see this happening, say something about it and don't let it slide. And we need to teach them early on so that they grow up knowing what's okay and what's totally not okay to do with other children and other adults. So they will grow up respecting others' boundaries and their bodies. And the more we work on this, the easier it will be, and as they get older into teenagers and as adults, to behave the right way. And this is something that needs to be taught and talked about at home in the family. And you need to start when they're young using age-appropriate information for them. As when they get older, you need to continue to educate them and talk to them about all of this as they age, with age-appropriate information. And having a good relationship with your child where you know where they go and they can say things that they feel that are not okay is really, really important. And another important point is that you should never discount what a child says to you. Always, always, always believe them and let them know that they can always come to you for anything that they need so that you support them. And it's very damaging to do otherwise and will cause problems later on in their life. And it's up to us adults to know where and who our children are with at all times, and to do the necessary checks on where they're going and if they'll be in a safe place for them to go to. So don't just go along with the crowd. Ask questions, pop in and see what's happening at lessons, at classes if you can. Make phone calls, talk to the teachers. Be proactive and on the ball and watching and listening. And check that the person that's with them has a current working with children check. Don't just believe them. Like, you can check out yourself. Get the information. And never leave them alone, unsupervised, in situations that could be unsafe for them. And if they are going somewhere, if you are going somewhere with them, or they have to go with a group of children so they're not alone, know who is talking and being with your children and ask them to be informed of what is happening to them. And if there's behaviour changes, ask questions and find out what's happening and keep asking questions until you get the information and find out what has caused the change. And if if something you need to investigate or find out more, keep finding out more information. And all these actions will help to keep them safe and healthy from sexual assault and abuse. And I've actually written a children's book. I'm a children's book author about children and boundaries and sexual assault. And it's for teenagers, so it's age appropriate for teenagers. And it's done in a friendly way with an octopus. It's all done with sea creatures. And it's all about an octopus who's too touchy-feely and he doesn't keep his fingers to himself. So it educates about boundaries, and it educates what happens if you are sexually assaulted. And at the end of the book, I have a kids helpline, so that if they do feel that they need support, there's a place that they can go to for support. And you can get this book. It's available on all my websites, www.stopalldomesticviolenceinc.com, that's a charity, www.stopalldomesticviolence.com, that's the business, and also on the publisher's book website, which is www.righttoeducate.com. Okay, and if you like this video, you can push the like button, and you can also subscribe to our page on YouTube. Thank you.